Hi, Liz Child here for Green Earth Organics. Today I'm going to show you another really fast fakeaway. So we're making a Thai yellow curry using this gorgeous sachet of amazing Thai yellow curry paste. So first off, I'm going to roast some vegetables. So I've got a beautiful purple sweet potato and some carrots, and of course you can use whatever vegetables you like. So I'm going to cut them fairly small so they roast nice and quickly. And then for some delicious protein, I'm going to put in some of our firm tofu. So I'm just going to cube it up. Nice little chunks. Chuck that in the roasting dish as well. And I'm just going to drizzle it with a little bit of vegetable oil and season it really simply, just with some salt. There's all the flavours in that beautiful Thai yellow curry paste. And I'm just going to pop that in a hot oven, about 200 degrees Celsius for, well, until it's soft, so probably about 20 minutes, maybe 30. I'll check on it after 20 minutes. So while the vegetables are roasting, I'll just get on with the curry sauce. So it couldn't be simpler. Just empty the sachet into a pot, and then I'm going to empty in a can of coconut milk. I really love this organic one we have in our farm shop. You can order some cans to be delivered to your door with your vegetables. Warm that up and simmer it together. And while that's simmering, I'm going to make some jasmine rice. Cooking rice is really easy. I think a lot of people overcomplicate it. So the way I do it, and this is how I've always done it, is I use a ratio of 1 to 2. So it's one volume of rice and 2 volumes of liquid. So I've measured 1 little mug, because this is just to serve 2. I used not quite a full mug, and it's quite small, like an espresso mug. So 1 little mug of jasmine rice into a fine sieve and gave it a good rinse. I'm going to put that in the pot, and then we just put 2 mugs of water in the pot. So because the rice is still a little bit wet from being rinsed, just do slightly less water on 2 of the mugs. Just give it a quick swirl just to make sure the rice is evenly spaced out on the bottom of the pot. Put the lid on, and then you're going to turn it up to the highest heat. And as soon as it comes to the boil, I'm going to turn it right down to the lowest heat. Leave the lid on, do not stir it, just leave the lid on, and the rice will absorb all the water and just be perfectly cooked, perfectly fluffy and delicious. And it normally takes, for white rice like this, it normally takes only about 10 to 15 minutes, but for brown rice it can take a lot longer, up to 40 minutes. So yeah, you just need to plan your timing in that way. And I've also got some gorgeous organic kale from the farm. It's probably some of the last kale for this season. And I'm gonna strip the leaves from the stems, but I'm not gonna throw these stems away. They are super delicious. They just need slightly longer cooking than the leafy bit of the kale. Okay, so now I've got my more fibrous stalks separated from the tender leaves. I'm just gonna slice them up nice and thin, pop them in with the coconut milk and the Thai yellow curry paste, and they can simmer away in there, and I'll add the leaves later. Okay, so I've just checked on the veggies in the oven. They're nearly ready, and the rice, I'll just show you a peek under the lid. You can see it's absorbed all the water, and those little pock marks mean it's ready to go. So what I do is just leave the lid on and let it just sit off the heat and steam a little bit more in its own heat while I finish off the meal. And it's time to put in kale leaves. So we just want to give them a few minutes just to get nice and tender. So you only want to put the kale in right at the end, just as your veg is about to come out of the oven. And I'll just prepare some toppings. So I've got a gorgeous organic lime here. I'm going to cut it into some wedges, just squeeze over the meal. I've got some spring onions, some scallions, which I will slice up. I like to slice them at an angle so you get nice long elegant slices. And some fresh coriander, which I'm just going to roughly chop. I'm leaving the stalks on because they're full of flavour and they're quite delicate. You could also add extra toppings if you like some sliced red chilies or some crushed salted peanuts is absolutely delicious on a Thai curry. Some toasted sesame seeds, that sort of thing. Toasted cashew nuts, amazing. Okay, so the roasted vegetables and tofu are perfectly cooked now. So I'm just going to add them to this pot of simmering sauce and kale and we're ready to serve. So really important, give it a taste for seasoning. It's actually perfect. It could do with a squeeze of lime, so I'm going to use half the lime that I haven't cut into wedges. There you have a really quick, really simple and super delicious organic fakeaway. 100% organic ingredients, amazing. Enjoy!